back just start to settle in. So you can go thoughts about your day, to-do lists. Another sip of coffee in. Starting to tune into your breath. Noticing the natural flow of your breath here as it travels in and out at first. And slowly starting to expand the breath as you inhale. Expanding the lungs, allowing the belly to expand. And then exhale slowly. Allowing for the lungs and belly to deplete. Another breath in. Exhaling. Just joining the palms together over your heart. Bring your thumbs right to heart center. Taking a moment here. And allowing for an intention to rise. And we'll seal that intention with the sound of breathing. So inhaling. Take a breath in here. Exhaling. And blink open the eyes. Release the hands. Slide your hands forward here. We'll come on to fingertips. And then see if you can allow the elbows to drop toward the floor. As you do, draw the floor toward you. And from there, allow the heart to lift. And on an exhale, think of pressing into the hands, rounding through your spine, reaching that low back for the wall behind you. So inhale. The elbows will drop from there. The heart will lift. Standing through the collarbones as you exhale, pressing into your hands, rounding through your spine. Once again, inhaling, elbows drop, lengthen through the belly. Exhale, press into the hands like you're pressing the floor away, rounding back to the spine. And this last one, inhale, lifting the heart, the belly drops. And as you press into the hands, go ahead and just drag the fingertips across your mat, engaging those abdominals here. Sweeping the arms. On an inhale, and as you exhale, take a twist out to your right. On the inhale breath, grow tall. So the crown of the head will lengthen up toward the ceiling. And then as you exhale, get the ribs wrapping around and the head and follow. Inhale, go a little bit taller. Letting that length up to the crown of the head. Exhale, deepen that twist. One more breath in. Exhale here to twist out. And then staying in the twist here, take that other arm alongside your ear. And direct some breath into those right ribs. Taking a side bend in that other direction. Take a breath. We'll sweep this hand down. Bend your knee from here, just folding over so you can relax the back of the neck. As you inhale, sweeping that one arm up underneath, we'll kind of guard asana arms. Exhale, rounding your spine. And fold. And then inhale, the belly will lengthen. Lifting the heart. Exhale, rounding the spine, folding forward. One more like that. Inhale to lengthen. A little bit of a back bend here. Heart lifts, round. And the next time you breathe in, just unwind the arms here. We'll backstroke the arms back behind you. Come to the fingertips. Bend the elbows from here. Lifting the heart, lift the chest. So come into a little back bend. One more breath. And then rocking back with those sitting bones. Just go ahead and switch the crossing of the legs. So bring that other shin so it's in front. And then take the hands back down toward the floor. So dropping the elbows. From here, drag the floor towards you, the heart will lift. As you exhale, pressing into the hands, rounding through the spine. So as you inhale, drawing the heart forward, drag the floor towards you. Exhale, pressing into the floor. Think like you're pressing the floor away as you round. See if you can get the pelvis involved, so telling the pelvis floor, the belly drops. As you exhale, let the pelvis rock back as you round through the spine. One more. Lengthening the belly, drag the floor towards you as you exhale. This time pressing into the hands and just allow the fingertips to kind of drag across your mat. Sweeping your arms up. And as you exhale, take a twist to your left this time. So inhale, grow tall. Exhale, coming into that twist. Reach the crown of the head up toward the ceiling, gaining some height, gaining some space through the vertebrae, and then deepening that twist. One more breath in. Exhale here, stay in the twist, taking that other arm alongside the air, and then direct your breath into those left ribs this time. Keep the chest turning up here, sideways long. Taking your breath in, we'll sweep the hand down, find your other knee from here, folding over, relax the back of the neck. And then inhale, breath, sweeping the other arm up underneath this time. Elbows left. Urdhvasana, arms exhale round. Inhale, the length in the belly. Lifting up through the chest. Exhale, rounding, folding forward. One more like that. Inhale, the lengthen. Exhale as you fold. And then this next breath in, we'll unwind the arms, sweeping them all the way back behind you. Lift the chest here, lift the heart into a little back bend, stay here, or lifting those hip points up toward the ceiling. One more breath. And as you exhale, releasing, sliding off your blocker blanket if you're on one, and we'll come onto hands and knees. Setting up for table, kind of bring your hips and knees in line, stack your shoulders and the wrists. We'll spread the fingers, make contact down into the floor through finger pads and knuckle pads. From here, just starting to shift forward and back, just warming up the wrists a bit. Keeping the fingers spread, weight into all parts of the hand, just kind of rocking back and forth. And then from here, we'll take it into a small circle, kind of warming up those wrists, circling clockwise a couple of times, and then reversing that circle and coming counterclockwise. And coming back to the middle, go ahead and start to cat-cow the spine as you're ready. Dropping the belly and then extending the heart as you inhale, and then exhale, pressing into the hands, really rounding all the way up your cat. As you inhale, the belly drops, and then the heart extends. And then exhale, make like you're pressing the floor away as you round up. And then just moving on your own breath here. On your own timing. Starting to warm up your spine. And starting to just connect the breath here and the movement. And then the next time you curl your tail under, go ahead and peek over that right shoulder. Stick the hips over the right. Take this into more of a side-to-side cat-cow. Bring over that left shoulder. Take the hips over the left. And rounding up through the middle. Go through that. More rounds. It's easy. And then this next time that you round up through the middle, go ahead and sink your hips all the way back toward the heels. And inch the fingertips out long in front here. As we press into the hands, we'll hover the elbows away. Start to deepen that stretch through the shoulders. Take a breath in and just walk this out to the right. As you press into the hands, send the hips over to the left. And start to breathe into that left side. Take another breath here as you exhale. Walking this through center, keep it nice and long. And make your way over to the left this time. Reaching the hips over to the right and directing your breath into that whole right side. And then make your way back to the center. Keep the arms out long in front here as you inhale, shifting forward onto all fours. Lengthening through the belly as you exhale. Draw the tailbone back and kind of round through the spine. Just shifting forward and back here, moving with the breath. Taking your time. And then the next time that you shift forward, and take this into a circle over to the right, sending this back for the heels. All the way back and around. To the left. Keep actively pressing into the hands here, hovering the elbows away, doing that stretch for the shoulders. Starting to open up through the hips. The next time you shift forward, reverse the circle and come counterclockwise this time. Nice. The next time that you shift forward, bring onto hands and knees. Kind of walk the hands in just a bit. Bring the hips so they're in line with the knees. And take that right leg straight back behind you. We're going to lift the leg so it's in line with the hip here. Really flex through the foot and reach for the heel. And then as you feel steady, reach that left arm in the opposite direction. Take a breath here. As you exhale, draw your elbow to your knee. Start to round. And then we'll re-extend in both directions. And then elbow to knee, rounding through the spine. And re-extend, back the neck is long. 2 more like that. See if you can find this foot to core connection. And then the next time you reach through that heel, think like you're bringing a footprint to that wall behind you. Really fire up the leg. This time we'll bend the right knee, bring it toward that right elbow as you reach the arm out to the left. Make this a little more challenging. And tap, and bring it back. So you're finding that external rotation here through the hip joint. On this last one, reach. We'll bring it back toward the midline and hold on to this. Keeping that back of the neck long, releasing that left hand down. Release this foot over that left foot. And this time, take a peek over that left shoulder. Just breathing into that whole right side. So nice. Take another breath in. We'll release the toes, bring them back toward the midline, and this time drop the heel. We'll just stack the right arm over the left. Take a little circle. Making sure that shoulder's aligned with the wrist. Circling the wrist the other way, and then take a breath in, circle that arm around toward the front wall. Breathe into that whole right side. We'll take the hand down here. Fire up that back leg, so draw the thigh toward the ceiling. Take your left foot back to meet the right. As you energize the heels toward the back wall, think of lengthening the crown of the head toward the front wall. Take a breath. And on an exhale, just draw your thighs up and back. We'll make our way to downward dog. And start to pedal, so bending a knee, and straightening a knee, just kind of warming up, and hips moving. And from here, lengthening the heels toward the floor, lifting up through the sitting bones, really actively pressing into the hands here. We'll move the chest back toward the thighs, and on an inhale, shift forward, and find that high plank once again, shoulders over the wrists. Move forward onto tippy toes, taking the knees down to the floor. See if you can hug your elbows in and lower all the way onto the belly with control. We'll slide the hands underneath the shoulders here, activating the legs. Just take a baby cobra, and then drawing back to all fours, realign just a bit, and we'll send the left leg straight back this time. So reaching through the heel, go ahead and lift the leg, but try not to elevate that hip. In fact, make the conscious adjustment to drop that hip, let the thigh roll in, and then extend through that right arm, bringing it alongside the ear. Take a breath. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Going toward the midline, re-extend, and then elbow to knee. So see if you can find that relationship from your foot all the way to the core, hugging the midline of the body here. Engaging those abdominals. Last time through, reach. And we'll reach it back, and this time, coming into that turnout, go ahead and reach your arm out to the right as you reach your elbow, knee, rather, toward your left elbow this time. 2 more like that. Might be a little more challenging. And then releasing back to the center. Hold on to this. Keep the back of the neck long. Find that reach in both directions. Nice. Releasing the hand. Take that foot over the opposite foot. Reach back to the heel. Breathe into that left side. Take another breath here. Release your toes. Bring the leg back in toward the midline. Drop the heel. Stacking shoulder over wrist. This time taking that left arm up. So we'll take a little circle. And circling the other way. Extending this arm alongside the ear. Breathe into that left side. Really energize the back leg. Take a breath in. Circle the arm down. Taking the back toes under. Take the right leg back to meet the left. And then again, find that foot to core connection. Really energize the legs. Take a breath in. Exhale, walk it up and back. Downward dog. Start to pedal in place. Waking up the feet here. He's moving. And then lengthening the heels toward the floor, lifting up through the sitting bones, actively pressing into the hands here. The chest is moving toward the thighs. Lift the heels, peel forward, find your high plank once again. And this time moving forward onto tippy toes, taking the knees down to the floor. Bending your elbows and lower all the way onto the belly with control. We'll activate the legs and peel the chest away to the beauty cobra. This time tucking the toes, pressing into the hands, taking your thighs up and back to down dog. And then pedaling in place one more time. And just allow for that pedaling to become walking. So taking a walk to the head of the mat. We'll stop in a forward fold. So allow the knees to bend deeply enough that the chest can just kind of collapse onto the thighs. The weight of the head is heavy. Relax your jaw here. Take a little nod of the head, yes. Take it now. Start to release any tension you're holding on to in the upper body. You take a hold of the elbows here. Maybe take a rock side to side. Letting go. And then coming to rest in the middle, soften the knees, and we'll make our way up to stand. So from here, stacking one vertebrae on top of another. Rolling the shoulders back to the top, row top. Choke the feet in, and then inhale the arms up. Exhale, holding forward. Lengthen the belly here, heart draws forward. We'll take the right leg back and come into a low lunge. And then high onto the fingertips here. And as you exhale, stepping that left foot back to meet your right. Downward dog. Heels lift, glide forward into a high plank, shoulders over the wrists. And then come forward to tippy toes, lowering the knees. Keep your elbows hugging in, lower all the way onto the bed. Activate the legs, we'll peel the chest away to cobra, tucking the toes, pressing into the hands, and taking your thighs up and back to downward dog. As you inhale, raising that right leg. Round the spine, step that foot all the way forward between the hands, lifting on fingertips here. As you exhale, step your left foot to meet your right. Hold them. Ground the feet here, sweeping the arms, rise. And releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, fold. Lengthening the belly here, heart draws forward. This time stepping the left foot back. We'll come into low lunge, light on the fingertips, knee lines over the ankle here. As you exhale, stepping that right foot back to meet your left. Downward facing dog. Lift the heels, glide forward into the plank. Step the shoulder blades onto your back. Forward to tippy toes, lowering the knees. Elbows hug and lower all the way down. Rising up. Cobra, activate the legs. Tucking the toes under, press into the hands. We'll take the thighs up and back to down dog. Nice. On an inhale, this time the left leg rises. Stepping your foot all the way forward between the hands, rounding through the spine. Step your right foot to meet your left. Fold. Soften the knees, rise on the inhale breath. And releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, hinge. Hold forward. Lengthen the belly here, heart draws forward. See if you can keep the fingertips lifted away from the floor and step the right foot back. Nice and soft landing. And then go ahead and energize the back leg, drawing that thigh up to the ceiling. Find some lift through the belly. Stepping that left foot back to meet the right, down dog. Glide forward into the plank. Lowering the knees, or this time rock forward to tippy toes, lower your plank to the floor. And then press into the hands, activate the legs, lift the thighs away. Maybe coming into up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice, let's inhale the right leg. From here, bend the knee around the spine, open into a hover. Breathe, stand, and nose journey. One more like that. Rounding through the spine, this one's coming all the way forward between the hands. Take on the fingertips here and just rise to a high lunge. And then start to soften into this a bit. As you settle into the hips, find that reach extension up in the arms. Nice, take another breath here. And then take a breath in, soften that back knee, open out to the right. We'll take this left hand all the way down to the floor or block. Reach the right arm alongside the ear. And then taking that hand down, so the hands on either side of that front foot, lift the chest. Exhale to lengthen over the leg. Rebend here. Heart falling forward. And lengthen. Move through that 2 more times. And this last one, we'll lengthen through that front leg all the way. Maybe stepping the back foot in just a bit, ground the heel. And softening over, relax the jaw. Take another breath here. Exhaling fully. One more deep inhale. We'll rebound this front knee, draw the heart forward. Fingertips or hands over the heart, pouring weight into that right foot. Left foot comes to meet it. Soften the knees here. Hinge from the hips as you rise. Release the arms down. Awesome. Inhale, arms sweep. Little bend in the knees here so you can hinge from those hips to fold forward. Lengthen the belly, heart toss forward. See if you can keep the fingertips lifted and heart drawn forward as you step left foot back, nice and easy. Energize the legs here, drawing that back leg toward the ceiling, and then regrounding the palm, stepping that right foot back to meet your left down thumb. Gliding forward into plank, rock forward to tippy toes, energize the legs. Keep the thighs drawing up as you lower all the way down. With control, press into the hands, lift the thighs away, upward dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Raising that left leg this time, bend the knee around, nose to your knee. Re-extend. Nose to your knee. When we're like that, this is going to carefully come all the way forward between the hands. Coming on to fingertips here and then rise into high lunge. Find a little gathering in of the inner thighs here. So energize the legs. Crawling in toward the midline. From there, find a little bit of lift up. Extending out through the fingertips. Settling in. Deep breaths in and out. Nice, we'll take another breath here. Exhale fully, and then take a breath in, open out to the left here, a little bend of that back knee. Take that right hand all the way down to the floor or block, and then sweep the left arm alongside your breathe into that left side. Taking hands down on either side of the front foot, lift your chest. Exhale to lengthen over that front leg. As you rebound, heart chest forward. Exhale, lengthen. 2 more. On this last one, we'll lengthen all the way through that leg. Maybe hop in the back foot and ground heel. Soften the face and hands into the blocks or the floor. Softening into this, take another breath here. Exhale fully. One more deep inhale. As you rebound the knee, draw the heart forward. Light on fingertips or hands over the heart. Pouring weight into your left foot. Your right foot to meet it. Fold over. Then soften knees. Sweep the arms, grounding down to rise up. And releasing the arms down here. Awesome. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Hinge from your hips to fold forward. We'll take a long spine. And then step to plank. Take a moment to set up. Rocking forward onto tippy toes. Lowering the knees, lower your plank to the floor. Lower halfway this time, chaturanga. Press the floor right upward. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Deep breaths here, in and out. You can spread through the fingers. Find that same sense of pressing the floor away like we did in the warm-up. Just moving toward the thighs, heels lengthening toward your mat. Take another breath in. The bottom of the exhalation, bending your knees. Or your hands, you can step or maybe hop top of your mat. Lengthen the belly here. Fold forward. Keep the knees soft. Hinge from the hips. Press down to rise up. And releasing the arms down. Awesome. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, hold. Lengthen the belly here. Heart drawing forward. Stepping or jumping back. This time, chaturanga. You can always lower the knees or lower your plank to the floor. Rising into cobra upward. Making your way back into downward dog. Deep breaths. In and out right here in downward dog. Nice, let's take another breath here. Exhaling fully. And then take a breath in at the bottom of this exhale, bending the knees, forward of the hands. You can step or maybe hop, heavier now. Lengthen the belly. This time bend the knees, sink the hips. We'll reach the arms up alongside the ears. Coming into Utkatasana, take a breath. And as you exhale, fold all the way back down over straight legs. Long spine here, planting the hands, you're welcome to step. Or maybe jump, chaturanga. Pressing the floor away here, lifting it upward. Exhale to down dog. Raising that right leg. Take it forward between the hands. Take your back heel to the mat. Float the arms up into your Virasana one. As you exhale, just opening up to 2. Nice, we'll bend into the front knee. And then on an inhale breath, take that back hand all the way to the floor. Exhale, chaturanga. Energize the legs. Press the floor away, upward. Exhale, downward dog. This time raising the left leg straight back. Bringing it forward between the hands. Keep your back heel to the floor. Take your arms up here, Virasana one. Open to 2. Settle in a bit, sinking into that front knee. And then inhale that back hand all the way down. Frame your front foot, chaturanga. Lifting into upward. Nice, exhale back down dog, deep breaths. In and out, right here in downward dog. Slowing the breath down, take another breath here. Exhale fully. And then we'll take a breath in at the bottom of this exhale, bend your knees. Forward your hands, you can step or maybe hop out of your mat. Lengthen the bend. Holding forward, bend the knees here. We'll sink the hips, take the arms up alongside the ears. Bring back into chair, take a breath. Exhale, fold all the way back down over straight legs. Long spine here, and then planting the hands. You're welcome to step or jump back. Chaturanga. Press the floor away, rise up upward. Exhaling into down dog, right leg this time. Taking it forward between the hands. Your back heel to the mat, sweep the arms up here, Virasana. We'll open to 2. Start to sink into that front knee. From here, reversing the warrior, flip the front palm, send the back hand down. And on an inhale, take that back hand all the way to the floor. Frame the front foot, chaturanga. Press the floor way upward. Exhaling back. Downward dog, left leg this time. Taking it forward between the hands. Take your back heel down. Float the arms up here, Virasana one. We'll open to 2. Settle into the hips a bit here. Bending into that front knee. Rotate your front palm, reverse warrior. Inhale your back hand all the way down. Exhale, chaturanga. Press the floor right upward. Exhale, downward facing. Deep breaths right here in downward dog. Take another breath. Exhale fully. We'll bend the knees and forward the hands. Step your hopping. Top of your mat, lengthen the belly. Stay holding forward, bend the knees. We'll sink the hips. Reach those arms alongside the ears. Come back to chair. And then as you sit the weight back toward the heels, toes are peering out. Just take a peek down. Make sure that those feet are separated. The knees are that same distance apart, so you're not rolling in on the inside of the foot. We'll take a breath. Exhale, fold all the way down over straight legs. Long spine here. Stepping or jumping back, your choice. Chaturanga. If you're getting tired, lowering those knees. Coming into upward or taking cobra. Come to downward dog. We'll raise the right leg. Let's bend the knee and round. Reach down. Nose to your knee. One more like that. So going to come all the way forward between the hands. Keeping that back heel spun up. We'll sweep the arms back. Find airplane arms. Roll your chest and shoulders open this time and really energize the back leg. Drawing that back thigh up toward the ceiling. We'll interlace the fingers here. Slide your fist down your back thigh. A little bit of a back bend. Lift through your chest. Nice. Take another breath. Release the hands, take the arms up. And then spinning the back heel down. Just opening out to warrior 2. Nice. Readjust the stance a bit. Spreading through your front toes. Really start to sink into that front knee. Relax your jaw. Was it leg day yesterday, Nick? And then keep sinking the outer edge of that back foot all the way to the floor. Nice, let's reverse the warrior. Megan's like, it's like day every day. Bending the elbow. I was like, bring it to the front thigh. Reach this left arm alongside the ear. Let's take some circles. So passing the arm in front of your face. Sweep it all the way around, opening through the chest. Moving with your breath. Nice, on this last one, take it alongside the air and just hold. Finding that full extension from your heel to your fingertips. Stay right here for a little more challenge, lifting this elbow away from the front thigh. Finding that support from underneath. Nice, standing, maybe extending through that arm. One more breath, wherever you are. Round down to rise up, warrior two. Take the back hand all the way down. Create that right leg downward dog split. Stay here, inhale, traveling forward into your plank. One-legged chaturanga or two. Meeting up with that other foot in up dog. Nice, exhale, down dog. This time left leg reaches, bend the knee and round. Re-extend. No steering. One more like that. So it's going to come all the way forward between the hands, keeping that back heel spun up. Move the arms back here. We'll find our point arms. Find that drawing into the inner thighs, so energize the legs. Nice. From there, roll your shoulders back, lift the chest, and then take the opposite and release the fingers here. A little bit of a back bend. Nice. Breathing into this one more breath. We'll take the hands down, sweep the arms up. Keeping your back heel down to the mat. Open up warrior two. Spread through your left toes. Sink into the front knee. Start to settle in here. Find that reach extension out through the arms. Nice. Relaxing the jaw, soften the face of it. Nice. Let's reverse the warrior. And then bending that elbow, bring it to the front thigh. Right arm comes alongside the ear. Coming into that same circle. Opening across the chest here. Moving on your breath. Take your time. This last one, take it alongside the ear and just hold. Find a little lift up out of the low waist here. Taking that elbow away from your front thigh. Staying here, extending out through that arm toward the opposite wall. Take another breath in. We'll ground down to rise up. Warrior two. Take the back hand all the way down. Free up that left leg. Downward dog split. Inhale, traveling into your plank. One-legged chaturanga or two. Meeting up with that other foot in up dog. Nice. Exhaling back to downward dog. Staying here. Maybe taking a breather in child's pose. And we're warming up here. Nice, let's bend the knees, look forward to the hands, stepping or hopping. Heading or not. Lengthen the belly. Nice, we're gonna hold forward, bend the knees, sink the hips, reach the arms up alongside the ears. From here, taking the palms together over the heart. We'll aim the chest forward, just take a twist to your right. From here, take a peek down, make sure that left knee is coming forward to the right. Stay here and lengthen the arms. And we'll unwind. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthening through the belly, planting a hand, stepping or jumping down. You can always lower the knees here if you're getting tired. Rising into your back bend. And making your way to downward dog. Nice, we'll raise the right leg. Taking it forward between the hands. Take your back heel to the mat. This time float that left arm all the way up and around. Open right into warrior two. Nice, start to settle in here. Find that extension out through the arms. Start to settle into the hips. Relax the jaw. Nice, softening the face of it. Let's reverse the warrior here. And then coming back into warrior two, shift the gaze down toward that front big toe. We'll pour all the way forward into the right foot. Lift the left toes away, that left hand can come to the hip. And then you're finding that external rotation through that bottom leg. From there, stacking the hips. And then you can take that top arm high. Again, find that foot to core connection. Reach through your heel. stacking the hips here, staying here, or option to bend that back knee. Shavasana, rolling the chest and shoulder open. Maybe grabbing hold of that foot, nice bang. One more breath. We'll re-extend and then slowly bend back into that standing leg. Soft landing here. Warrior two. Nice, come back to reverse warrior. Go ahead and internally rotate that back. Shoulder, sweep it up the back, we'll lengthen all the way through that front leg. Keep reaching back and then lengthen through the right side. Taking the hand to the shin. Start to turn the chest up when you're ready. Just unwinding that top arm. Moving into Trikonasana. Find a lift up out of your low waist, so energize the legs instead of sinking down. Maybe lifting the fingertips away from the shin. Nice. Press down to rise up, energize both legs. Bring that right foot so it's parallel to the left. Lengthen the belly here. And then hinging from your hips full forward. Come into a wide-legged forward fold. Settling in. All the way to the head to release. Hands can come to blocks or to the floor. And check out your feet. Make sure they're more or less parallel here. Readjusting as needed. Toes pointing straight ahead or just slightly turned in. You're welcome to take a little bend in the knees here. Or you can work towards lengthening the legs, shifting the weight forward a bit so it's over the heels. When you're ready, lengthening through the belly. Maybe shortening the stance a bit. Bring that left palm underneath the nose, right hand to the sacrum. Start to turn the chest. And then extending through that right arm. Reach through the fingertips. One more breath. Nice. We'll unwind. Bring your right palm underneath the nose this time. Left hand to the sacrum. Chest turns. Maybe extend through the left arm. And unwind. We'll walk the hands around. Work this right foot. Spin up the back heel. Lower that back knee all the way down here. Settling into the hips. Take your time. And as you're ready, taking the hands onto this front thigh, we'll find this lift through the chest. Press down to rise up. Nice, rebend that front knee. Press down through that right foot to rise. And then as you resink, make sure you're bringing those hip points forward evenly. One more like that. Nice. This time, keep that added pressure of that right foot into the floor. That'll help energize the muscles around the leg. Sweep the arms. Anjali Asana, take a breath in here. We'll backstroke the arms all the way back behind you. On the fingertips here and toe heel the foot over to the right. And then you're welcome to lower down here onto the forearms. You can stay with palms or take a block underneath, maybe even two. And then breathing in and out. Settling in for lizard. So coming to this opening for the hips and groins. Deep breaths in and out. Let's take another breath here. And then releasing that left forearm or left palm to the floor. Wrap the right arm around the outside of the right knee. From there, start to turn the chest. You're welcome to bend this back knee. And then maybe, just maybe, reaching back with that right hand to grab a hold of the foot. So rolling the chest and shoulder open here. Take another breath. And exhale, unwind. We'll take the hands to the inside of that right foot. And from here, lengthening through that front leg, draw the hips back. Now breathe in, lengthen a couple more times, taking those hands to a block as needed. Take your time, nice and easy. And next time you rebend this knee, circling clockwise here. All the way back and around. Snug and warm up, take your time. Nice, on this last one, we'll rebend that knee. Tuck your back toes under, find a little lift through the belly. And then from here, you can take that hand and thread it back on the other side of that right foot. Twinkle the foot to the right, bend the elbows here, foot and shut around the arms. Find that lift through the belly coming out to tippy toes, and then you can lift that left leg away. Maybe extending through that right leg. If you came up, go back down. From here, tuck The toes, find that lift of the belly. We'll step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink the hips from here, settle in. Tailbone gets heavy as crown of the head reaches toward the ceiling. And then press down, rise up as you exhale, sink, bring your hips just in line with those knees. Press down, rise. 2 more. On this last one, rise all the way up. Feel the feet in together. Release the arms. Tadasana. Bend into both knees, Utkatasana. And this time taking the palms over the heart. Aim your chest forward, twist to your left. Making sure that right knee is not coming forward to the left here. You can lengthen the arms. Take your time. Nice. We'll unwind. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Lengthen the belly, plant the hands, stepping or maybe jumping back. Chaturanga. Rising into your back bend. Making your way back. What's happening up there? Downward dog. Left leg this time. Bring it forward between the hands. Take your back heel to the mat. We'll float the right arm up and around, warrior 2. Settle in. Sinking into that right knee. Find a little repose pose. Like that. Relax your jaw. Settle into the hips. We'll reverse the warrior here. And then coming back to warrior 2, shift your gaze down toward that front big toe. That right hand can come to the hip. Left hand maybe comes to a block. And then stack the hips here. So you've got the external rotation through that bottom hip. Use that to open the chest. And then extending through that top arm, really reach through the heel, extend fully through that leg. That's going to help with balance. Finding that connection between the inner thighs, even though the legs are apart. Take your hand and bring it to your foot. Roll your chest and shoulder open. Nice. Chapasana. We'll re-extend that leg. Soft landing. Back to warrior 2. Flip the palm. Come back to reverse warrior here. And then internally rotate the shoulders, sweeping it up the back. Lengthen all the way through that front leg for reverse triangle. Take your time. Cut the left hip under. And then roll your chest and shoulder open. And here, extend through the right arm. And then again, find that lift up out of the low waist. Release the fingertips away from your shin. Make like somebody's got you by the wrist here. Energize the legs. And then keep energizing the legs and press the floor away as you rise up. Bring those left toes so they're parallel to the right. Readjust as needed. Lengthen the belly here. Hinge from the hips, a little bend in the knees if you need to. Fold all the way forward. Once you're here, readjusting your stance. Hands can come to the floor or to blocks. Nice, deep breaths in and out. And if you have inversions in your practice, maybe testing this out if you're near a wall, find that lift. Think of hugging the inner thighs in and draw them all the way together. Came up, slowly come back down, lengthen the belly. This time bringing that right palm underneath the nose, left hand to your sacrum, turn the chest. Lengthen through that left arm. Slowly release. Left palm underneath your nose, right hand to your sacrum. Reach to that right arm. Nice, we'll unwind. Walk around. Sit off the back heel here, re-bend your front knee. Lower that back knee all the way down. Maybe take some padding as needed. Sink into your hips. So start to settle in. And then as you feel steady, you can bring your hands onto that front thigh. Lift your chest. Press down to rise up. So Bring some added pressure to that left foot. So you're waking up all the muscles around the hip here. Once again, press down, rise up. And then as you resink into that knee, keep that added pressure of that left foot into the floor. Sweep the arms if you like. I'm doing awesome. A little bit of a back bend, a heart lift. We'll circle the arms all the way back. And toe heel this foot over to the left this time. So staying with palms, you can even slide a block underneath. Coming down with the forearms or bringing a block or even two underneath of the forearms here. And then settle in, and you might notice one side feels tighter, maybe a little more challenging than the other side, but coming into this, opening for the hips and groins, relax your jaw, breathe into this. Nice, we'll take another couple breaths. From here, taking that right palm or right forearm down to your mat, wrap this left arm around the outside of the left knee. And you can bend the back knee if you like. Setting up for this twist, maybe that left hand comes back to the right foot. Roll your chest and shoulder open here. Breathe. Nice, make a nice easy breath. One more breath in. Nice, we'll unwind. Take the hands to the inside of the left foot, maybe to a block. Just lengthen over that front leg as you draw the hips down. Nice, breathe out and lengthen. And move through that a couple more times. Keep on your breath. The next time you rebound this knee, we'll take it into a circle around to the left. So moving counterclockwise this time. All the way back and around. Should feel nice. And the next time you rebound this knee, keep the back toes under. So here you can thread this left hand to the outside of the left foot. Maybe just work on bringing weight into the hands here. Twirl the foot over to the left. Into chaturanga arms, bending into the elbows. Maybe that right foot lifts away, and then work on reaching it away from the elbow here. Maybe lengthening that left leg, maybe not. And we'll come to an energized lizard, if you will. Taking this twist under. Lift your belly. Float that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sink the hips here. Take a moment to settle in. Tailbone gets heavy, crown of the head reaching toward the ceiling, and then press down to rise up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Okay, so one more like that. We're going to stay up here. From here, toe heeling the feet all the way together. Release the arms to the sides. Come to Tadasana. Take a moment in Tadasana. Nice. If you have a block handy, if you have a block at home, grab your block. If not, that's okay. You can do this without the block. I'm going to bring it between like the calves, shins, and then give it a squeeze. And then we're going to bend the knees and sink the hips. And really squeeze that block like nobody's business. Find that energizing feeling. Extend the arms. And just breathe here. Relax your jaw bit. Find that sense of hugging in toward the midline. And if you will, that foot to core connection here. So traveling all the way up from the feet to the shins, to the inner thighs, pelvic floor, lift through the belly, and then rise all the way up. Nice, release your block. Move back in the chair. Notice if it feels any different. You're going to start to pour that weight into the right foot. Bring the left toes away and wrap it around. And then from here, you can tuck the toes back behind the calf. Allow the foot to hang. If you like, left leg is on top, so that left one will come underneath. And then from here, folding over, rounding through the spine, elbows toward the knees. Nice. Unwind on an inhale. Soften the knee of the standing leg. Reach the left leg straight back. chest leans forward. Finding that length through the belly, soft landing. A little bit of a back bend, lift the heart. Nice, we'll unwind the arms. And then this time joining the palms, take a twist out to your right. And then find that same feeling of hugging the inner thighs in. Let that give you a little power to turn the chest. Pressing that right palm into the left, maybe the arms extend. Nice, unwind. Reaching through that right arm, take the back hand all the way down. Free up that right leg, downward dog split. We'll bend the knee here, and the hip open. And then from here, shifting forward, nose turn. Re-extend, bring it across the body. This time tapping that left elbow, extend the leg, flex the foot. Stay here or open through that left arm, open across the chest, falling star. Nice, and from here we'll sweep it back around. Bending the knee, and this time aiming the knee toward that right elbow. Place the foot to the outside of the right hand. Take the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink the hips. Nice, come back to your loose squat. When you're ready, spreading through the fingers. And a little lift through the belly. Maybe working on bringing weight into the hands today. And then find that same hugging into the inner thighs like we did with the block. Rounding through the spine that we've been working on throughout class. Bring the big toes together. Bakasana. Nice soft landing. Come back into your yogi squat. Press down, rise all the way up. And toe the feet in. Nice, find your block again. If you have one, if not, you can do without. Squeeze, sink, reach the arms, breathe. And then find that same drawing in. See if you can activate the inner thighs from here. See if you can find that engagement of the core. Nice, working on drawing in through the midline of the body. Might even feel a little shaky. Breathe. Let's stay here 2 more rounds of breath. You can lift all 10 toes as a distraction. Spread them out. And then press down, rise up. Keep squeezing your block with nobody's business. The legs are active. You're trying to get that feeling of drawing in toward the midline. Release your block. Bend the knees, sink the hips. This time left toes lift. No, right toes lift, right? You can allow the foot to hang. You can take the foot to a block or wrap it. And then right leg's on top, so right arm underneath. Draw that right hip back by bending into your right knee a little more, or your left knee a little more. And then round over. Elbows to your knees. And unwind, soften that left knee. Right leg comes straight back behind you. Drop the hip, thigh rolls in. Foot to core connection. Soft landing. Elbows lift, little back bend. High lunge. Unwind the arms. Join the palms, sweep the arms to the left. And then find that drawing into the inner thighs. From there, press the left arm into the right. Nice, turn the chest, nice thing. Arms extend, if you like. And then back heel spins down, open the right arm. Take the back hand all the way down. Sweep it back, downward dog split. Bend the knee here, fan the hip. Nice, we'll come forward. And reach across. Tapping that right knee. Extend the leg if you like, flex the foot. Open up with the right arm. And then drawing it back behind you. Bend the knee and fan the hip. This time left knee, left elbow. Foot to the outside of the left hand. Right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sink the hips. Coming back into our yogi squat. Take a breather. Nice. From here, I'm going to toe heel the feet in. And then coming into this twist, start to drop the knees over to the right. And then as you look down, your hands will come more or less parallel, about shoulder width apart. And then you can start to kind of rock up into this, lifting the heels. And then as you're ready, you're lifting off. Maybe the legs extend. And coming on to the other side. So I'm going to make sure you're pretty deeply in this twist. I'm going to bring the tricep all the way to the outside of this knee/thigh. Hands are about shoulder width apart. You're going to rock yourself and lift off. Feet toward the sitting bones, side crow. Or Bakasana, or extend the legs. Ekapada Vinyasa. Nice. Make your way back. Woo. Into your Halasana. Press down, rise all the way up. And from here, so feel the feet in. Take a moment to Tadasana. Nice. We'll inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold. Move through Vinyasa here, clearing the slate. We'll meet up in downward dog. When you're ready, reaching that right leg, bend the knee and around. Bring it across the body. On this next one, tapping the left elbow. Reach it back. Let's do right elbow, and then take your foot toward that opposite armpit. Nice and lift to the belly, lower down. And from here, setting up for pigeon. So if you need to, maybe taking some padding underneath this right hip. You can also pad the front of the left thigh. Coming out to fingertips here, lengthen the belly. Draw the heart forward and round up. We'll do that a couple more times. And this last one, lowering all the way down. Coming down onto forearms. And rest the forehead on the mat, or we can extend the arms out long in front of you here. And then as you press into the hands, kind of press some energy back into those hips a bit. Reminiscent of the warm-up here. And just breathing in and out. Dim the lights, you're welcome to dim those lights at home. Move. Nice, take another breath here. We'll slowly make our way back up, and we'll come into an upright pigeon here. So from here, lengthen up through the crown of the head, and start to walk your hands back along your mat. Maybe just finding this lift to the chest. Energize the legs a little bit more, kind of find that hugging in feeling, and see if you can even lift a little, maybe lifting the tuchus away from the floor. And then you can stay with us, or you can bend this back knee. And then if you like, reaching back with that left hand. Staying here, we're kind of sneaking the foot into the crook of your elbow, and then maybe that right arm releases. We're going to drawing that left hip point forward here, rolling the chest and shoulder open. Up a good layer into your elbow. How long is your arm? You got this, Megan. Tuck your back toes under. Free up that right leg. You just have to bend your knee. Bend your knee, fan your hip from here. If you like, flipping your dog. And we'll unflip. Come on to the left side when you're ready. Reaching that left leg back, bend the knee around. Reach down. Aim it toward that right elbow. And reach it back. We'll take it toward the left elbow. Lift through the belly, lower down, settle in. So coming on to fingertips here, find this lift through your chest. Take a peek over that right shoulder, make sure that right leg is right behind the hip. And then lengthen the belly and round up. And lowering down and settle in. Take another breath here. Nice and slow. Walking the hands in. So from here, you can reduce the angle of this front knee, maybe drawing the foot into the groins a bit. And then maybe just working on coming into an upright pigeon. You can kind of slide your hands back along your mat. And then find a little bit of lift up. So what you have to do is kind of energize the legs to draw up. So you're in like a lifted pigeon. So energizing those legs, that end range. And then from here, you can just work on that, or you can bend the knee. And then maybe, just maybe, right hand comes back. And then maybe sliding into the crook of the elbow, staying here, or releasing that left arm. Maybe the fingertips touch, maybe they don't. Roll your chest and shoulder forward. So you're rolling that right hip point forward here. Breathe. And one, wind, pigeon. Tuck your toes, free up that left leg. Feel good. Bend the knee here, fan the hip. Stay here fanning the hip, or if you like, flipping your dog. And we'll unwind. Coming back to downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, traveling forward into a plank. Bring that right palm underneath the nose. You're welcome to drop the right knee underneath the hip here. Or stack the hips. You gave me the idea, Megan. Shoot that right leg back. Stay here. Or taking that arm alongside you, you can lift through that left leg. Again, find that foot to core connection. Reach through the heel like you got that block between the inner thighs. Unwind. Other side. So either dropping the left knee underneath the hip or stacking the hips here. One foot forward to the other, one foot on top. Right arm alongside the earth. Maybe that right foot leaves the earth. Nice. Come on down. Plank. Vinyasa or not, your choice. Take a little breather. Don't worry, we're going to do it one more time. Inhale, coming forward. Right palm underneath the nose. Lower the knee if you like here. Stack the hips. From here, foot to tree. Or maybe, just maybe, reaching down for that yogi toe. Find that lift of the hips. Releasing. And coming on to the other side, whatever variation you took on that side. Make sure the shoulder is stable, that shoulder blade is stabilized onto your back. Maybe the right toes lift. Woo, optional vinyasa. And let's just take a child's pose. Sink your hips toward your heels. Take a little wider than usual child's pose. Allow the forehead to release. And you can kind of take a little rock side to side here. Taking that sway into the hips. Nice, we'll rise up, and from here, go ahead and sit back toward your heels. We'll take the hands to the heels, rounding your spine, pull forward. I'm going to bring the crown of the head down to the mat. And then be careful not to put much weight into the head here. So 90% of the weight is hips lifting, reaching back through the lower body. Into a rabbit. Should feel nice for the low back. Rabbit. So you keep your hips lifted, your chin's tucking toward your chest a bit. You're on the crown of the head here. But most of my weights, I can almost lift my head away, is reaching back, so I'm not putting my neck at all. Should feel nice right through here. And then just sinking the hips toward the heels, taking that version of child's pose with the arms kind of wrap around the knees. There we go. Nice, we'll rise up. And this time, sliding onto one side, swing the legs around here. Slide forward on your mat a bit. A block handy. We'll flex the feet. Make sure you get this inward curve of the spine, length of the belly. Hinging from your hips, folding over. Coming into Paschimottanasana. A little bend in the knees is fine. You want to make sure you're not feeling tension right there on the low back. So if you need your back off a little, we'll take a bend. Take another breath here. We'll roll it up bone by bone. And then ground down to the palms. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Find Vinyasa, even if you have to take that bend in the knees. We'll take the hands back, lift up. And then extending the legs from here if you like. Keeping the hands there for support, extending the arms to help them. Lengthen through the spine, broaden across your collarbones. Flex the feet, reach through the heels, lower down. So imagine you're squeezing that block between your inner thighs here. When you're ready, floating up. So you're finding that connection to the core. Inner thighs hug in, everything's drawing in toward the midline. Let's lower and lift. Coming to Ardha. One more like that. Rising up, slowly lowering the legs. Dandasana. One more like that. Make sure you're forward on your mat a bit. You know where we're going with this. Going back to Ardha. And Ardha. Squeezing in toward the midline. Find that hugging in. Foot to core. One more. Hold. Smile. Lower. All the way to Ardha. Hold. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Draw it in toward the midline. Get a little bit lower. Maybe a little bit lower. Lower down. Mini Shavasana. Almost there, guys. Bend the knees in. Feet in toward the sitting bones. Lift off the bridge. Rolling up bone by bone. As you lower down, pick one vertebrae at a time. Release toward the floor. And take a second set of bridge. Or making your way into full wheel, taking the hands alongside the ears. Pressing down to rise up. And bring your chin to your chest if you're in full wheel, if you're in a bridge. Lowering bone by bone. We'll come into one more here. This time taking a supported bridge. You're welcome to stay here or lengthen the legs one at a time up toward the ceiling. Taking a soft bend in the knees as needed. Release the arms at your sides. Bring your palms to face up. Coming into a supported shoulder stand. Take another breath here. Bending the knees in, keeping that entire out breath to take the feet back down to the floor. Once the toes touch, slide your block out here. Walk the feet out to the edges of the mat. Just taking this moment to neutralize the knees left to right. Being on your own. And as you're ready from here, just lengthening the legs long onto your mat. Keep the arms down by your sides. A little bit away from the body here. Palms will come to face up. And releasing into Shavasana. Our final resting pose. Slowly starting to deepen the breath. Bring some movement back to the body, feeling fingers, toes. You're ready. Taking those arms up overhead and just taking a final stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. Your way onto your right side. You're just pausing here, taking a moment to just soak in all the effects of your practice this morning. And as you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, making your way up to a seat. Return to our intention. Joining palms over the heart. Closing class with the sound of one om.